ticking to tonight's tax deadline, and the IRS claiming it does not have time to answer your phone calls. But the agency sure has time to spend your tax dollars. According to Senate Finance Committee Chair Orrin Hatch, the IRS has spent thousands of dollars on things like furniture, stuffed animals, workout equipment, even kazoos. And our political panel is back. USA Today's Kirsten Powers and the National Journal's Ron Fournier. Kirsten, my favorite thing is about, I loved it that Senator Orrin Hatch was complaining about the $8,000 on an exercise stair climber, which he says, I assume is in a building with actual stairs. So, I love that, and good for him.
Yeah, this is completely outrageous. And look, there are some things that money has to be spent. They are, they're an organization that deserves to have some basic things. But why do they need new furniture? What's wrong with the old furniture? Does the desk not work anymore?
Well, they don't need an exercise stair climber.
Yeah, well, they don't need a stair climber, but also they don't need new furniture. Like, if you have a desk that works and a chair that works, it doesn't need to be replaced.
Absolutely right. It's appalling. I'll go a step further. Let's take a look at how many step climbers we have in Congress right now in the House and the Senate gyms. Have you taken a look at the furniture that the senators have? Run your cameras. Take your cameras to Senator Hatch's office and see the kind of furniture he has there, and ask if maybe he could help save us a little money and have cheaper furniture. It's outrageous what Congress spends on this stuff too.
The thing is, look at, I'm hung up on this $8,000 on an exercise stair climber, but $8,000, you give $8,000 to a family, that's a big deal. That can change their lives.
Mm-hmm. Take your, I'm not defending the IRS, it's appalling, but have your cameras go to the House and the Senate gym and see what they're spending on their workout equipment, see what they're spending on their furniture. You saw what happened to Shock.
Well,
that was the tip of the iceberg.
I don't know. I guess that there's a gym. I'm not looking to defend the Congress people. They have a gym though. Is the IRS in the gym business? I don't really.
Is Congress in the gym business?
I don't. But how many stair climbers do they have? I don't.
I think that's pretty low.
I'm a little bit.
A lot of money
can I tell you, I'm a little bit more sympathetic to the House because a lot of them can't afford to keep two homes, so they have to live in their offices and they have to try.
We're talking about bureaucrats who make a fraction of what the Congress members do. I'm not defending either one of them, but it's a pot calling the kettle black.
If they have a gym there, they're fine. I don't really care. But I do think this idea of stuffed animals and these kinds of frilly things that I don't think we don't have those kinds of things here. I mean, this is a company. Like, I don't understand, why does the IRS need to have all these frilly little presents and gifts to get people to do their job?
And like tonight, as we hear, they aren't answering the phone on time if you have questions. Nobody understands how to do the tax returns.
Right.
And we hear that we have to pay up by midnight, yet if we don't pay up by midnight, I guess they don't get their stair climbers.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's why they're so angry.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? You have to, I'm going to run around after this to try to find a post office that's open so I can get my taxes in on time. And if I'm, late, then I can't fund my pension and all these kinds of things that I get punished for and all the people that are watching get punished for. But then we see how they're not held accountable, right? I mean, we watch how they behave, and they're not held accountable for anything.
I got to put up there, though, my favorite picture is Mr. Neely in the tub. I have to do that. It's in my chance. What I said, we spend all that money. Look, he didn't even, when he wasted our money, he couldn't even get 2 matching wine glasses. That's what slays me.
Really the problem.
It's bad enough, after all
this. Have some class, though,
have some. If you're gonna defraud us or take our money or whatever, at least have some class, right?
It's probably cheap wine too. It really ticks me off.
For some reason, I don't think it was cheap wine. I don't know. I saw the bill anyway. Panel, as always, thank you very much, and never dull. And I feel bad for the American taxpayers. Even like all the money, it could change their lives, and they do this to us. And what else bothers me is a lot of people in the media say, "Well, that's the way it's always done." Well, it's got to stop.
Right.
I hate that. I hate that when I hear that from some journalists say, "Or it's only $8,000."
Right.
They waste so much more. It's not just.
And it's not just the IRS, is my point.
And it's not just IRS.
Congress is blowing through a lot of our money.
All right, panel.
Pointing the finger.
Thank you. Coming up, no one, and we mean